Truth, coming at you with another video. Um, it is late, uh, so you got to excuse me in this video, but it was a topic that I felt like I had to cover all day. Y'all already know what the hot topic is right now. The Will Smith and Chris Rock scenario that happened at the Grammys. Um, since everybody else leaving statuses and leaving tweets and talking about it, I said, let me add my 2 cents on the whole thing. Right now I'm just sipping on a little bit of whiskey, winding down for the night. But yeah, let's go into the topic. I hope everybody's day been great. Like I said, this was a long day, but we gonna cover this topic. For all my subscribers and people that's been rocking with me already, you already know what time it is. It's time to pour with truth. And if you are not a subscriber, it's still time to pour with truth. Kick it with me for a little bit. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all how I feel about the whole thing and some information that I received earlier today, where I was told about the situation. Somebody's opinion. I did read up another somebody else's opinions, a couple of different ones on Facebook, but if you are late to the situation and don't know what went down, basically Will Smith was at the Grammys. Chris Rock was hosting, and he basically went off to tell a joke about Will Smith's wife that he didn't like. He got up out of his chair, walked up, and gave the man the business. Right on national TV, right on TV. Everybody televised, everybody see. Now, I was told, I say everybody had their own opinion. Will Smith shouldn't have did that. He made black people look bad, and people of other races probably was pointing and laughing. It was a better way to handle that. He shouldn't have reacted like that. And he basically should have pulled Chris Rock to the side after the incident and told him he didn't like it. He didn't like the way, he went about talking about his wife on TV like that, or why he was there, or why he felt disrespected. But one minute. So I understand a little bit of the things that I just said. I understand from that person's point of view. I've heard from others' point of view too that Will Smith did do the right thing. He wanted respect for his wife. He wanted respect for himself, and that's how he felt. And he respected his wife, and he wasn't gonna let it slide. Now, up until the point I was recording this video, or until I started recording this video, it was said that Chris Rock is not posting or not doing any charges towards Will Smith for smacking him on stage. Um, I was also told that Chris Rock should have actually reacted back and hit him in the back of his head. You know, try to tackle him. And press charges. That's the word I was looking for. Press charges. So I've been told a lot of things up until I went ahead and decided to shoot this video. How do I feel about it? I'm half and half. But by the time I'm done explaining what I feel about it, I won't be half and half. I'm basically going to tell you guys that I feel that Will Smith and his wife, had a lot going on in the past, the present. We all know that the whole thing about her hair and why her hair is short, due to the disease or what she have going on with her hair not growing back. And we do know there's other people out here that share the same disease, or I'm hoping I'm using the right word, go through the same problem. And I feel like on the way Chris Rock went about it, yeah, he's a comedian. Some people try to give him that pass. Oh, he's a comedian. I feel like he was totally wrong. I feel that when a man really loves his wife or his lady, stuff happen right away, you're gonna react a certain way. You're gonna come off a certain way. But as I go back and forth and I look at both situations and how it all went down, I feel like Will Smith wasn't in the wrong. For one, with today's media, they said, and society, there's no smacking anybody or punching anybody. The hot thing is shooting. Everybody want to shoot. Everybody want to kill. Possibly he could have pulled him to the side after it was over with, or whatever, or walked on stage like, man, don't talk about my wife like that, or whatever may happen, whatever however he want to have the situation. But in this society and times that we growing up in, I saw it as something for the youth to see. That even if some people feel that it wasn't right, at least a gun or nobody was killed so far. Hopefully not, due to the situation. I give Chris Rock his props on professionalism, because they did say, Fabulous took to Twitter on the situation and said that he was professional about it. I don't know his exact words. I should have really brought the tablet out. But he said he don't see how he didn't react. But yeah, my take on it is, I most likely agree with Will Smith Um, I'm about to tell. I'm gonna finish telling why. Like I said, if you're enjoying this content, um, make sure you definitely comment or definitely subscribe and make sure you comment because I want to know what you guys feel about the situation that happened. Um, Let me know how you feel about what I'm saying. But I definitely want to know how you guys feel about it and what's going through your mind about the situation. Um, but yeah, if you love your wife, you care about your woman on the respect side, and I feel like Chris Wright, knew he was in the crowd. She was in the crowd, of course. Picking on her to say that when she got a condition. Um, and they got their relationship the way it is and stuff like that. I feel like he got he should have watched his mouth on what he was saying. Um, I talked to somebody about the situation, and what they said was, they said they would have sat back and laughed. They would have laughed about the situation, and they wife would have laughed too. Um, but Will Smith, I believe he laughed a little bit. And Jada, she rolled her eyes, in the scene that I saw, and like I said, that's when Will Smith went off. But I also asked the person that, um, what if it's something that really gets to your wife, and let's say Chris Rock was picking on their wife, and he would have said, yada yada yada, whatever it is to make get under your wife's skin or whatever. Would you would have been there laughing? And they said no. That's when they would have got up. They wouldn't do the physical thing because they said that only physical things get to him and his wife. Verbal things, name calling, don't get to them. But they also said that if they said something that's their wife's weakness, which may possibly make her upset, maybe tear up, cry possibly, he would definitely would have pulled him to the side and told him about it. My take, like I said, I feel like if somebody said something about my lady and we out there, you got millions and millions of people watching. Okay? You got millions and millions of people watching this. You're famous. Both of y'all are famous. Okay? Your wife is sitting next to you. Not only is there millions of people watching this, millions in the crowd around and this guy's on stage talking about my woman. The wait for it's over and smiling about it. No. Smiling about it and waiting for it's over. I honestly think I still probably, it would happen, two different things would happen, one or the other. I would have had to go up there, cut them off, like, yo, that's not even funny. You don't know my situation, how I'm feeling. I understand you do comedy or whatever, but yo, you gotta apologize for that one. That one is that gotta go. Or I possibly felt like I would have did the same thing due to basically saying, put respect on my name, put respect on my woman's name. Shout out to Birdman on that one. But that's how I feel. Sitting in the crowd and letting that go by, I feel like people look down on me on that one. You know, um, that's a that's just how I feel. Um, that's it. And so far, from what I read up on and the things I've seen, it's more women than saying that he did the right thing. Um, Will Smith did the right thing. Um, than it is males. But I just couldn't see, you know, I just couldn't see me sitting in the crowd and something that really gets to my girl, or let's say if she got something really going on. Like I said, me as a man is there to defend her. You know, um, that my woman now, my lady now that I love to death. You know, shout outs to her because she's a big part of this whole thing and helping me getting this whole thing going too. So shout outs to her. I love her a lot. But there's no way I'm about to sit back and let. Okay, I feel like she know a little bit about how I would react to certain things like that, or how I feel due to things in the past, how and what I, how I wanted to handle a situation, or what I said, or how I felt I would handle a situation. I don't feel like um, black people should be looked down on because of the way that happened. Um, I personally just see it as a respect factor. The whole fact that Chris Rock didn't go back on him because somebody said, "Oh yeah, Chris Rock should have put his hands on him," or yeah, went after him. What would have happened when Will Smith turned around and he would have busted him in the back of his head? Chris Rock would have busted him in the back of his head. Now, this is where, okay, this is another part that's blowing my mind, or could blow y'all mind. I respect Chris Rock more for not even reacting, though. It might sound weird, but Will Smith, I feel like did it right, and I feel like Chris Rock did it right at the end. Because me as a man, I say everybody different, that's what I'm saying. Please tell me what y'all think below. Comment below. And tell me what y'all really think about this situation. How can you talk about a man's wife that's going through a condition that she can't get rid of to his face? And a man is supposed to protect his woman. He knew what he had coming for him. That's all I can say. And if you in the wrong too, why would you react back? I understand too as a man defend yourself too. But if you know you was in the wrong, some people say, you gotta be careful the way you joke. Sometimes you could take a joke, or say a joke and the joke goes too far. So me as what I feel like as a man and like stuff like that, but I respect him more not putting his hands on me, not filing charges, because he knew what he had coming. When he said, you know, he knew what he had coming up, what was coming. And how do you react back when you know you're in the wrong? Flat out. Look, y'all, please tell me. Tell me if I'm wrong. But even though Will Smith, like I say, his wife been through a lot, he pulled out the Mike Lowry, and I think I have to say that he was right for doing it. Uh, and I feel like, even with the whole Chris Rock thing, I feel like the next the next comedian, or what Will Smith really did is really letting them know, um, definitely be careful what you're saying and what's going on. Because you know what? This is something else. This is something else that I thought about the whole situation. Okay, I took what's his name? Cat Williams, for instance. Now, he did a joke about a poor little ting ting. That's old. That's a while back. Now, I said if somebody was handicapped enough to be poor little ting ting in the crowd, when he decided to do that joke about poor little ting ting, y'all know how I go. Let's say people was at a level of handicap that was out in the crowd when he did that. Do you think they would have reacted? Somebody would have jumped out that crowd and reacted? Especially because it probably was people who could have walked out who felt uncomfortable or didn't like what was said. When that was shot, that scene was shot, and when Cat Williams did that. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm trying to group them together a little bit, but basically say, if you have somebody that's handicapped, but in their mind, it got to them and pissed them off enough, and they was close enough to be next to Cat Williams, and he said that. There's other ideas, other scenarios I could have brought up too. But let's just say a father was with his son and his son was poor little ting ting or something like that. Like, and depending on how, the struggle through poor little ting ting life, how do you think the father would have reacted if Chris Rock would have pointed at him, or was like, oh yeah, y'all done cracked a joke on a handicapped individual with their blood, their sibling, their father right next to him. How you think they would have felt about that? So basically, all I'm really trying to say is, you don't know what somebody going through and how deep stuff hit them, especially when it comes to a loved one. And somebody also told me this. They said, well, your loved ones talk about you behind your back, and that's true. That's also true. Your loved ones talk about you behind your back, but you don't go and smacking them or hitting them, or if you could deal with that, then how couldn't you deal with some random man or, somebody else basically saying stuff about your wife or you? Now, my take on that, I'll cut you off. I don't care. I'll cut you off in a second. Especially if you talk about me, I'll laugh about it. That's or I just cut you off and go about my life. Why use it as motivation? Depending on who you are, what you're saying, I might come at you. So like I said, but I feel like, okay, and that's just family. So imagine, like I said, millions of people in on TV looking at somebody talk about your wife, and you a man, somebody talking about your wife sitting next to you, and you in a crowded building with people. If you want to um, go after a family member, that's only a few of them, most likely. There's not a lot of people. Two, is not aired on TV, so your drilling and stuff will be running a little bit different, but your drilling gonna run high when somebody talking about you, period. Most likely. Let's say everybody's different. What makes you think different or don't think worse when you got somebody that's, like I said, a millionaire, making millions? Um, they already got a lot going on in their life. The millionaire life, the millionaire struggle, or, making money, um, millions watching, millions around you. How do you think somebody gonna react or how they should react? You know, it's hard not being famous and hearing the dumb stuff that a family member or somebody would say sometimes, you know. But I ain't gonna drag the video out. Um, I had to get this video made. I say it's late, and the conclusion to this video is I'm siding with Will Smith on what he did, and I'm siding with the way that it ended with Chris Rock not pressing charges. Um, Up until this video, like I said, he didn't press any charges, and the way he handled it as a man, I felt like I said, when you do certain things, you get certain consequences, and that's the risk he took. And you gotta think and watch what you say. And like I said, let me know what y'all think. Am I wrong? Was Will Smith wrong? Was Chris Rock wrong? Like I say, comment below. And if you are not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. You like I said in my last video, so the subscribe button gonna be there, maybe there, somewhere. But make sure you subscribe to show some love and support the channel if you're enjoying the content. And with that said, this is your boy Truth signing out. Stay tuned.